Was he a good mate? He was one of the best mates we could possibly have here. I suppose him and Terry really the same. Different in what they do as work here, but yeah, Micky, my mate Micky, was a great guy, man. And when I was in Brixton prison, and they put me in a cell with this geezer. I didn't know who he was at first, yeah. But his name was Howard Marks, yeah. And I went into the cell. It was like a smoke screen. I walked in there, I couldn't breathe. I swear I couldn't breathe. But this geezer was a nice guy. The cell was a mess. I mean, he's not one of the cleanest guys you could ever meet. There was tobacco everywhere. He kept smoking, but he was a nice guy. He'd give you anything. He'd give me anything I wanted, you know what I mean? Whatever food I wanted, he'd get it for me, yeah? But any trouble, I was with him 100%. But no, he never got no trouble, mate. People would come in for tobacco. People would come in for a puff. He had all the screws sorted out. He got what he wanted out of Marks. And I liked him. I really liked him a lot, yeah? But as I said, he used to smoke too much, really, you know, and I don't smoke at all, so it was a bit awkward for me, so I had to get out of it in a way. So when they put me in another wing, they put me in a cell with a guy called Keith Barry, yeah? I think he was John and Parky Barry's brother, Keith Barry, yeah? And this geezer was too much. Nice guy to talk to, but he was too much. When I say too much, he was like, he'd sleep all day, and at night time he'd want to read. And for me it was no good, you know, come on. I'm awake all day, I want to sleep at night, and he wants to put the light on, you know. And he'd the light on, I'd go mad. I couldn't sleep, and it'd drive me crazy, you know. I want my sleep, you know. Put me down with the covers, I just could not get to sleep. And one day I'll come out of my cell and I see this guy, good looking guy, sort of like blondie brown hair, but good looking guy, yeah. And so I see him arguing with some people by the bridge, yeah, walking over to the other side. I'm seeing arguing, and they was like getting a bit leery, and I walked over, I said, "You all right, mate, what?" And they started, and crash. And it was it. That was all over, mate. I didn't muck about. I just let them know that who I was and what I could do. Crash. It's all over. And my mate, this guy became Micky Gooch, yeah? A really, really nice guy. He said, "What are you doing?" I said, "Well, you know, I'm in my arm for this, I'm in my arm for that." He said, where are you staying? I said, "That cell over there." I said, "But I've got to get out of there, yeah? This geezer's all night long, he's like driving me mad. And he's reading all night." His name's Keith Barry. He went, "I know, Keith." He said, "Yeah." He said, "Look, let me get you in my cell." I went, "Please." You know, I went into a cell, it's like walking into a shrine. Anything you wanted, it was all there. Grapes, apples, oranges, food, sweets, everything. It was the business, yeah? And at night time, he brought out a little telly. I couldn't believe it, mate. I couldn't believe it. He brought out a little telly, and the screw brought him a telly. He'd give him sort of like his place in Magaluf. He had a nice place in Magaluf, Spain. Really, really nice apartment, yeah. Well, house really. And he let him stay there, and he just looked after me. He'd give Micky everything he wanted, you know, honestly. And before I went, well, what was I was in a bit of trouble, a big bit of trouble, and you know, Micky said to me, "Look, you know, you got a good brief." But I was really close to Micky. It was crazy in that short of time. And he said, "You got a good brief." I said, "Look, I don't know what do you call a good brief? You know what I mean?" He said, "What are you looking at?" I'm looking at this. He said, "Well, you need a good brief," and it might not be because of me, yeah, but he had a Rolex oyster, a really proper nice gold Rolex oyster, and he had a proper brief, a good brief, yeah. And he went over to see him, and he come back about the watch. He said, "Listen, I got you a visit, yeah. There's this solicitor, he come and see you, Ralph Himes, yeah. Ralph Himes was proper. I mean, everybody wanted him, Ralph. I mean, he was the absolute business, you know what I mean? He was so bent, you wouldn't believe. He was like really bent. And I went over there, and these Ralph Imes asked me what was this and that and the other. He said, I'll sort it, you know. And he got me out. He got me out. Brian Cox and Jimmy Tibbett stood bail for me, got me bail. I walked out, mate, you know, walked out of there. And before I went, I give Micky Gooch my mum's address and phone number. Didn't think nothing more of it really. I thought, nah, I wouldn't see him, you know. And then I got a bit of bird. I was away about 5-6 years. And I come out and I used to work at Crispin's Wine Bar. And I started to work at a place called Lucky's. Lucky's in the Ealing Broadway, yeah. And, you know, just a club. My mate, Dominic McCoy's around now. I'm trying to get Dominic McCoy to come over. I'd love to get him on a podcast, Dominic. I mean, he was the business. He got me working with King Fahad from the Arab Emirates and all that. He's proper Dominic, you know. Anyway, big family, McCoy's, big family. Anyway, so I'm in Crispin's. From Crispin's I went to Lucky's, and I was in there one day, Lucky's, and this bird, good sort, mate. She was proper good sort. I've seen her a couple of times, you know, and she come up to me, she said, "Your name Raheel?" I went, "Yes." She said, "There's a letter here for you," and I read it, and it was Micky Gooch. I couldn't believe it, mate. I went, "Leave off," and he said, "Listen, mate, it's Micky. How are you, mate?" He said, "Look, you get this letter, you know, come down and see me. I'm always at Bootleggers the weekend. Get down there about, what, I don't know, 1 o'clock in the morning, 1 o'clock, after all, 1 o'clock. He said, I'll be there, yeah?" So I thought, yeah, I'll try it, you know what I mean? And never been down to any of the clubs, Bootleggers, Stringfellas, Power Joey's, Fidenzis, never been any of those, you know, never. So I thought, well, we'll have a go. So I got a cab there, right, and went in there and put Gooch's name up, and they said, "What's your name?" I said, "Raheel." They said, "Yeah, all right, mate, go on, there you go." Walked down the stairs. As I walked down the stairs, you go into Bootleggers, you've got all these chairs, white chairs, and you've got all these birds on the chairs. They're all hookers, you know what I mean? They're all like prostitutes, yeah? Loads of them. And all good sorts, you know what I mean? So I walked in there, and I said to someone, "Do you know who Micky Gooch is?" He said, "Yeah, he's over the bar." I walked over there, and there he was, with his sleeves up here, you know, and he was like Don Johnson, do you know what I mean? He looked at a business, yeah. I went, "Oh, Micky." He went, "Come here, you know what, mate?" And we got real close. He's the greatest geezer that him and Terry Haley are more or less the same, but in different ways, yeah. So, anyways, and I had a drink. I thought, yeah, I'd have a drink, yeah. And, you know, he's talking to me, "What you doing?" I told him, he says, "Listen, you can come with me. You can start working with me, mate." He said, "I need someone like you around me, yeah." I mean, I was a big lump, mate, I was big. And I said, "Yeah, all right." And there was this bird that gave me the letter, yeah. So she was, I want to dance. I'm not a good dancer. I got on a dance floor, I started dancing with her. And there was a guy on the dance floor, you know, and proper handful, mate, proper handful, this geezer. And he went, "Oh, where are you going?" You know, and he see me talking to Micky, and he thought that I must be involved with that other company, yeah, which I didn't even know them at that time, yeah. And this geezer, mate, was proper dangerous, yeah. And he bent over, and a big old handgun fell out of his pocket, hit the floor, just to let me know, like, you know, crash. I thought, oh, hold up. I went, "Hold up, mate, you know, leave it, Micky." I said, "Leave it up, mate." He went, "Well, you know," so I've got problems with that other firm. And next thing you know, I believe he got shot, he got killed, yeah. But I don't know who, but whatever, but, you know, you can't muck about with proper people, yeah. I walked over to Micky, told me, he said, "Yeah, they've always got, you know." And I started working with Micky, you know. And I got a phone call one day. He said, "Come down to Snaresbrook." Snaresbrook station, and he picked me up from the Snaresbrook station. So I went to Snaresbrook station, and he had a place opposite Snaresbrook Crown Court, and it was the business. It was an house, and it was beautiful, yeah. And I went in there to see Mrs. Kathy Gooch, and she was so nice, man. She was such a really nice person. The gaff was unbelievable, really nice, yeah. And me got close. We got really, really close. Went to the gym together. You know, fight. I was always fighting and all that. You know, on the bag, punching about. Went boxing together. And one day, I was over there, and I said to him, you know, can you lend me 50 quid? Like that. He went fucking mad. He went, 50 quid. He said, what do you think I am? He said, you want money, well, you got to earn it, yeah? And I thought, which was right. And I had to earn it. I said, well, look, you know, of course, anything you want, Micky, I'll do it for you, you know what I mean? He went, look, it's 50 quid. He said, don't ever ask me for money again. He said, you work for it, you work for it. And I went, okay. And something happened. I was to do so much for him. Anything he wanted me to do, I would do. Where I have to go somewhere, I'd be with him. If I had to meet people, I'd go and meet them. If I had to do something, I'd do it. I never, ever said to him, no, I won't do it. I can't do it. If he wanted someone hurt, mate, I was there. I was there 24/7. If he wanted someone really hurt, I was even there more so than 24/7. You know, I would never, ever let him down. Never, ever, once did I let him down. There's a few things that I obviously can't talk about, but, you know, but yeah, I've never let him down, man. And one day, something happened, and he asked me, look, this guy that, you know, caused plenty of problems, right? And we need him fucking hurt to let him know that, you know what I mean? So no problem, I'll do that, no problem. So I got hold of another mate of mine. I said, "This live somewhere, have a look." But I went there to look at for BMW. And when I went there, the BMW was parked outside this guy's house. But I wasn't told this guy had another brother, right, that looked exactly like him. So anyway, I went up to the BMW late night time with a great big Bowie knife, whoop, straight through the tyres, done all the tyres. And I thought, well, I'll get there in the morning and he's going to be out and then, you know, he'll be trying to get it, and I'll be able to do what I've got to do then. I can oblige him, yeah. But when I got there in the morning, the fucking tyres had already been done and dealt with, yeah. Everything's been done. I went, oh, fuck that. So I phoned Micky up. He went, oh, what? So I drove away, yeah. And I had to go somewhere. Where I drove away, I went somewhere first before going to where I had to go to, yeah. So when I drove to this place, and I'm coming back past the house and all that, the BMW's not there. So I just drove, I'm going to go back. And it's parked up. I see the BMW parked up. I thought, well, there's no more chance. And yeah, I've done what I had to do. I've done, you know, what I had to do, big time. And it was naughty, you know what I mean? So got behind the car, ran. The guy drove the car, I was behind him. He was running, so we'd gone to see my number plates. I was gone. So I done what I had to do. You know, went home to my house, my mum's house, and I got a phone call from Micky. And he went, do sort of favour you, don't ever come anywhere near me. You stay well away from me. See you, you're a proper arsewipe. I said, what's up with you? When I asked you to do you a favour, I asked you to do me a favour, right? And you never did it, right? You let me down, mate. I never ever thought that you would ever let me down. Why did I let you down? I've done what you want me to do. Yeah, whatever. Don't phone my phone. I'm taking you off my diary. Don't ever want to see you again. I went, okay, no. All right, mate. About an hour later, the phone goes. He went, come and see me. He went, mate, come and see me, please. I'm sorry, whatever I said. Come and see me. I went, Mick. I said, am I in trouble? When he said, come and see me, I don't go over there and get a bullet in me nut. He said, come and see me. Don't be stupid. Drove over there by cab. And, and I thought, well done. You know, he was good to me. He looked after me, give me money, so I could get a cab, you know what I mean? Usually, I'd get a train to Chigwell, then a train from there to Fane and Boyce and all that. And anyway, off to Fane and Boyce, then to Chigwell, yeah? So when I got there, he went, come here, you, give me a big cuddle. He went, that's for you, put that in my pocket. Right for you, Bobby, you know what I mean? He went, well, please, well done, mate. And what it was, the guy had a twin, right? He had a twin, and they see the other one, and they thought that I didn't do what I got to do. So they were so pleased. They was over the moon, it was all done, and nothing was done at court. It was all sweet, yeah? So he went, come with me. So I went, what's up? He said, come with me. Got in the car, and we drove to this car place, yeah? And he said, his mate, his Jewish fella, owns the car front, big car front. He said, pick any car you want and it's yours. I went, shut up. He said, I'm telling you, any car you want here on the front, it's your car. And I picked his Range Rover, Range Rover, and it was a Van and Plus Princess R Range Rover, a Rover. And it was the business white interior. It was, that time, it was the business car, yeah? And I couldn't believe it, mate. He went, it's yours. I said, shut up. He said, it's yours. In them times, in them days, licenses and all that insurance shit, it was like, you could drive around with it without fucking a licence or insurance. The old people didn't give two monkeys. And today, you'd have to walk down the road and get in a car. They know everything before you know what's going on. They know everything, insurance, tax, a lot. But in my times, at them times, I didn't, yeah? Just I should drive around all the time, really flash, yeah? And, mate, this guy become my best mate. My best mate. I would do anything for him, you know what I mean? Go to all the clubs. We'd always start off at Blondes. From Blondes, we go to Videnzis to Pal Joey's. Oh, Pal Joey's first, then Videnzis. Or we go down Stringfellas, Bootleggers, Pal Joey. They got all the clubs. All the clubs. They go from Friday night till Sunday, I'll be looking after them. I mean, no drugs or nothing. I was dead to the world. But in the end, Nobby Griffiths, my mate, Nobby, but I used to go to his house. He said, have a line. I went, no, fuck that. Even have a line. So I went, okay, I won. Well, after that, nothing. Well, once I'd done a one, it got me, you know what I mean? So I used to take it, yeah, myself, and not got addicted to it, but I used to take loads of it, really. And I was awake all the time, always sniffing, drinking. I didn't drink alcohol, but I drank a lot of lemonade and things like that, yeah. I wasn't really into alcohol at all, like I wasn't into drugs, but I took drugs, yeah. But anyway, I'll do a part 2 tomorrow or later, yeah. But we had a good life with him, mate. Good, best man ever.